Yan. Good. Chicken.
Hey guys, I want to share with you something really cool that I just heard about. It's called Supermeat. So this is their YouTube video, and I kind of want to show you a little bit of it, and then I want to tell you a little bit more about it. So let's watch.
This is what a vegan looks like to a meat eater. This is what a meat eater looks like to a vegan. Shame. Why? Because there's an amazing solution. Did I say amazing? I meant super groundbreaking, world-changing, awesome. What is it? Let me ask you this first. What would be better than getting meat from killing animals? Getting meat without killing animals. Yeah, sure you say. But also teleporting to other countries would be awesome. Yeah, it would. But that's not possible. Yet. What we're saying is possible. Here we go again. Eating meat without killing animals. Boom. Write this name down. Supermeat. What do? Real meat, not harming animals. No, it's not fake meat, Tampa meat, almost meat, or all those other non-meats. It's real meat that tastes and feels like meat because it is real meat, without harming animals. How is it done? Well, here's our science guy to explain.
Our technology allows us to expand cells isolated from a small tissue biopsy taken without hurting the animals.
So that's awesome. They can take part of the animal, just like cells, and create meat for food.
We organize these cells into minuscule tissues and place them in a unique environment that is designed to perfectly mimic animal physiology, allowing those small tissues to organically grow into large muscles, essentially just like they do in nature. Our technology is unique as it allows for local production or distributed manufacturing. We can place our meat-growing machines in local supermarkets, in restaurants, and even at your own home.
So you know what that reminds me of? Do you guys remember The Fifth Element, the movie? I think it was like a late 90s movie when Lilu, she shakes something onto a plate and puts it in the microwave, and then she takes out a bunch of fried chicken. That's what that reminds me of, and that's pretty cool, you know? Like, can you imagine if you just were growing meat in your kitchen? It was just like a common practice. I don't know, it's just it's very cool.
Sound awesome? Probably did. Because it's science. Remember when people thought the Earth was flat and whoever sailed west long enough would eventually fall? Stupid, right? So is not making meat from non-animals. Yes, we're comparing Supermeat to the discovery that the Earth is round. It's that important. First of all, because Supermeat will help keep our round world clean and safe to live in. How? Well, for the same amount of meat, cultured meat uses 99% less land, emits up to 96% less greenhouse gases, and uses up to 96% less water than the meat industry today. Second, Supermeat will help solve world.
Can you imagine the amount of resources that this would free up? I mean, I don't know what it would really take to, do all of this stuff. I'm imagining laboratories and things like that, but so much of our planet is covered in animal agriculture, farms. It's just, a lot of our water goes into it. It's crazy. It's so crazy that nobody thought of this sooner. And this is the first genius thing. I mean, to make all of the food, to feed the cattle and the chickens and the fish and all of this other stuff that we make. It's crazy when you think about it.
Hunger. See, because of the world's limited resources, it will soon be impossible to feed its fast increasing population. With Supermeat, very little resources are needed. Thirdly, Supermeat will be healthier than conventional meat because we can actually supervise the production. And fourth, and not the least important, the price tag. Supermeat is going to be cheaper than conventional meat.
So they're saying it's going to be cheaper than conventional meat, but I feel like this might end up being sort of a luxury item that they're going to end up charging for. I don't necessarily believe that it's going to be cheaper. I mean, things like tofurkey and Gardein chicken nuggets, like vegan meats, those all cost more. So I feel like this is going to be the same.
Why? Because culturing meat and then mass producing it is just cheaper than growing and feeding billions of animals. It's just logic. So let's recap. Change the way we produce meat? Check. Stop global warming? Check. End world hunger? Check. Now it's your turn. Seriously, this actually matters. If you want to change the world by creating real meat that doesn't harm any animals, pledge now, and let's do this. Supermeat. That's our name, and we only have one goal.
So that sounds amazing, but like with everything, it's going to be completely GMO. Who knows what the effect of eating this kind of meat on our bodies is going to be in the long run, especially a weird, like, I'm worried that if they, you know, I don't know, it's a lot of power for someone. I hope that it turns out the way that this video is making it seem, but, you know, of course, like with everything, you never know, so. Okay, so let's check out their Indiegogo page. So, looks like they've met their goal. So their goals are to end world hunger, stop global warming, and change the way we produce meat. Why do we need to revolutionize the meat industry? To be humane, of course. I mean, most people will agree that the way that we're growing animals, chickens, cows, the way we're making dairy milk, it's just disturbing. Like, most logical people would say that that's crazy. So this is great. To be eco-friendly, because industrial meat production has many well-documented negative effects on our environment. For far too long, our planet has been dealing with deforestation, air pollution, water pollution, global warming, water waste, energy waste, extinction of many species. I mean, that is so true. Fight world hunger. Okay, so what is culture meat? They're going to take a small tissue sample from a chicken, and then they'll grow and duplicate the cells in a special nutrient soup. The cells form minuscule tissue within a unique environment that perfectly mimics an organic habitat, and then tissues grow into actual meat. Cultured meat is also known as cell-cultured meat or in vitro meat, produced from animal cells that are grown to vast numbers from a single biopsy taken without hurting the animal itself. So it's healthier, it's humane, and it's cheaper. The only thing that I'm worried about is that I don't think it's going to be cheaper. I mean, this is a company that's going to have total reign over how it sells its products, and I hope that they would sell it cheaper, but you never know. Can it really be done? I don't know. I think this is awesome. I'm so excited for this, and I can't wait till this comes out in stores. So, product won't be available until 2021, but I'm so excited. It's so cool. So anyway, yeah, do a little bit more research yourself about Supermeat and see, you know, what you think. Tell me what you think in the comments below.